Hello, crypto. How is everybody doing? I'm Ali Kane, and welcome to my second edition of Pulse Wars Power Play, my little weekly show where I have a look at what's going on Pulsechain and keep everybody in my little Pulse Wars community up to date with what's going on. What another crazy week! What can I say? We're all hanging around here on Pulsechain, really digging deep. I took a few days away from the markets, a few things going on with the family, and opened up the phone this morning. It was nice to take a break over the weekend, get away from Twitter, get away from devs and making decisions. But woke up this morning to have a look at my phone, and the first post I seen on Twitter was seeing somebody commenting about the price being below four zeros and a five. It was pretty grim. What's going on Pulsechain? Ethereum ETFs was about as exciting as the Bitcoin halving. All his so much happened last week, so much excitement around the ETF's going to happen, and yeah, we got a nice pump on Ethereum. Don't get me wrong, we got a nice pump on Ethereum, but none of it will flow over into Pulsechain to make us happy just yet. So I hope everybody's feeling okay, and it's tough, especially if a lot of people watching this show. A lot of people in my community would be heavily into Pulsechain, and it is tough. And I hope if people are hanging in there okay. I'm like everybody else. Um, got a lot of money invested in Pulsechain, and I watched. Just watched it go down and down. We had the rally a couple of months ago when somebody started pumping the chain, just to watch all these whales come in and keep selling off, keeping everybody under pressure. So yeah, I'm sure it's been easy for people to get fudded out of their bags, make bad decisions. You know, um, Even going back 6 months ago, it was important to me back then that I had made a lot of my investment decisions, and it was important to me to make the investments then, have the bags packed. You have your DJM plays and you have your other bags on the sides, but it was important to me that I make sure that I stick to my guns because things can change for the worse or the better so quickly and easily. It's not it's not changing very quickly over on Pulsechain, but they can. Um, just don't be all in on one thing. You'll be all right. Uh, but it's been tough for people. There's no doubt about it. And at least I'm surprised to see that there hasn't been as much fighting, infighting on Twitter in the last few days. From what I've seen, whenever I created Pulse Wars, one of the most important things for me when creating the game was to put some sort of element of fun, but not only that, something that could potentially bring a few of the communities together. And that's what we've got built in with the Pulse Wars community games. You know, for me getting into crypto in 2021, May 2021, it's actually my 3 years is up now. But getting in then and seeing and getting a feel for the euphoria, it was kind of, we even got it a couple of months ago when Pulsechain started pumping. That real good euphoria feeling. We're on the right track. Things are going well. And everybody's friendly and everybody's loving life, and that's what this game was built for, to help assist that a little bit and be part of that. And when we finally do get that, whenever everything starts turning around for us, the chain starts turning around, we get really into the bull run. There'll be a lot of fun within this little community that we're building. It all takes time. Now, let me just share my screen here for a second. I'll go through a couple of things. Yeah, I think this was the first thing that I seen this morning whenever we got it there. Yeah. The first thing I seen whenever I come on this morning was Sammy's post about Pulsechain being ranked number 18 in daily volume. There was a time when we launched it was right up at the very, very top. I think we were like I think we might have hit number two spot at one stage and overtook Binance. Imagine that. Pulse Chain with more volume than Binance for a day a long, long time ago. But the reason I'm sharing this is that a daily snapshot, you spend your time on Twitter watching everything day to day. It is a recipe for fucking self torture. There's no need for it. This was posted probably that rank 18 was about as bad as it has ever been, or as bad as it got. It's kind of pulled back even today to, I was counting down there. It's already back to rank 14. 22 million daily volume, given the price of Pulsechain, given the price of the token, isn't too bad. These things can turn around. This especially is the kind of thing that can turn around very, very quickly. But yeah, that rank 18 didn't look too good this morning. But even if you dig in, ZK Sync, what are they? 30 million. So, Mantle, around 36 million. Avalanche. I mean, Avalanche has got a hell of a lot more users, only doing 42 million on the daily. Pulse Chain needs to get back the sacrifice price, and then we can start really creeping up that leaderboard. At the start, I was using this metric a lot, looking at this a lot, just to see what the volume was like compared to other chains. But the price of Pulse is the thing that's really kind of killing us there at the minute. Mr. Beast giving away $5 million in the largest game show ever in history. The first thing that I said about Pulse Wars was that if we sell all the NFTs and Pulse Chain just does a 10x, the winner of this game will win more than $5 million. Fuck you, Mr. Beast. Ali Kane and his Pulse Wars is fucking one-upping you. But we've got a long way to go to get there. Unfortunately, I don't have the marketing pulling power that this guy does. So I'm going to have to keep grinding it out and grinding it out to get there. But yes, I would still love to see the place and time when our number one player at the end in the bull run next year wins themselves over $5 million. Now, where does that $5 million come from? Well, we sell all the NFTs. That's 16,384. That's a big ask at the minute. There's not a lot of activity on Pulse Chain. Market's down, sentiment's down. It's going to take a while for momentum to get going again. But sell all the NFTs. From the percentage of the sales that goes to the NFT, the prize pools, there's about 12.5 billion Pulse potentially goes in to the prize pool. And of that, 10 million, it works out 10 million Pulse goes into the main game prize pool, and the winner would win 3.5 billion Pulse. And as I say, if at sacrifice price, that's 350 grand. We could do a 10 to 15x that price. That top prize could be up there to sort of $5 million. Not financial advice, and who knows what's going to happen. But I'll be working my ass off to do everything I can between now and the bull run to make that to do as much as I can to make that a reality for someone. But yeah, Mr. Beast, 5 million. We can beat him. We can fucking beat him. So this week on the sales of NFTs, we sold 30 NFTs this week. Let me just change my screen here, guys. Sorry. A second. Just change the screen. Sure. Yep, here we go. So this week we sold 30 Pulse Wars NFTs. I think we sold actually maybe 28 Pulse Wars NFTs and a couple of Citizens. It was good to see somebody actually bothering to mint a Citizen NFT this week. I should really open that up. There's a tutorial for anybody that doesn't know. Whenever you mint a Pulse Wars NFT, you get a random one of 6 types. And the 6 types get a different portfolio. There's only one of those, the founders, which are the most rare and the most powerful in the game, that they get to choose the coins that they have in their portfolio. A little tweak, or what would you call it? A little Easter egg in this game. It's fucking obvious Easter egg. It's not even an Easter egg. It's plainly obvious for everyone to see. And I'm surprised more people aren't taking advantage. But if you use one of your NFTs that you already hold, We have 17 partner NFT collections. 27, sorry, 27. And if you hold one of these 27 NFTs, you can use it to get you on like a whitelist to mint a citizen NFT. The bonus you get for minting a citizen NFT is that when the game starts, you will get to pick the coins that you have in your portfolio. Now, if you imagine to progress in Pulse Wars, you're going to get a portfolio of one or a portfolio of 4 coins. Now, what kind of value is it to you as a player if you get to choose those coins? You know, it's a pretty big, you make a couple of good choices. It could get you off to a very, very good start. You don't mint a, if you don't mint a citizen and you just go with the regular Pulse Wars, those coins that you get are going to be completely and utterly random from our in-game lists of coins. And the in-game lists of coins is kind of one of the things we're starting to consider now. If you go and look at our white paper, the white paper was written probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and the coins that we were going to include on the white paper are very, very different. The state of the market, the coins that were written into the white paper then are probably very, very different for what is actually performing well on Pulsechain now. Let's actually have a quick look at it. I'll bring it up here. Give me a second here, folks. I'll go back to the website and the white paper. If anybody is interested in learning more about Pulse Wars, jump into the Telegram, t.me/join Pulse Wars, because I ask in there a lot of the time. I built this for the Pulsechain community, and I've built it for the people that have invested in Pulse Wars NFTs. You know, I'm working for those guys at the minute. I'm doing everything I can to give them a good experience, especially when the game kicks off. That's why I'm on here trying to add a little bit of value each week and keeping people up to date with what's happening. So pop into the Telegram and ask questions, engage. I will be asking, and I already have posted in there, asking people's opinions of what coins you would like to see in the game. We have built our own price feeds and things like that. This is all on chain. There's no oracle. So we need to choose the coins that we're going to include in the game for people to play with. You know, it's not just a matter of we can just pick all the coins on Pulsechain. We have to pick certain ones with decent liquidity, you know, and plenty of holders that we can put them into the game, and that one, they'll be successful and they'll be there to hopefully when the game ends sometime next year. And that also the liquidity pools are big enough that they can't really be manipulated safely. You know, somebody can't come in, pump it for a day, win their round, and then, take their money out. So there's a few considerations to make, but let's have a quick look at the coins that we were going to put in the game at the start. We're working on a lot of different stuff at the minute, and this white paper will need to get updated. I'm going to go through some of the things that we're working on at the minute with the community here on this wee stream tonight. Sorry, where are they? Minting an NFT. The coins that we originally had in the game. I always laugh when I see this. Maybe I've already changed it. Beet was in there. Beetroot, that rugged, they were in there. I think I already removed that. So look, there's a few of these coins in here that the liquidity pools really aren't big enough anymore. PP, I had it thinking it was going to do a bit of it was going to perform a good bit better. Also, when picking coins, we're trying to make sure that we cover all the sub communities of Pulsechain. We don't want, we don't want 9-inch BBC, PP all in there, 3 coins from one ecosystem. We don't want HOA, dick with butts, nah. We don't want too many from all one ecosystem. So we've got to limit the number, make sure the liquidity pools are big enough, and we don't want, we want to give all communities on Pulsechain their favorite coin in the game. So there's a lot of things to consider. Let me see here. So yeah, what's not going? Look, Pulse Trailer Park, they launched. They looked like it was going to be fucking awesome. Really love what those guys were doing. Kind of something similar to me in terms of wanting to try to bring the community together. But I don't really know what happened. I did own the coin and didn't really check it out. But anyway, the first coins pretty much went to zero. And I think they're airdropping everybody something. Yeah, airdropping everybody a new token, which I kind of hate that shit. Stick to if you're gonna do it, just stick with it. I think there was some comment about too many wheels get into the system. Anyway, PT Pulse Trailer Park. Unfortunately, they won't be in. They won't be. They definitely won't be in the list. Loan. Um. Yeah. I don't think we can have something that goes down so much. But will it turn around? Will it turn around? Who knows? Oh, who knows? What else have we got here? Pulse or Wrap Bitcoin. Kind of loving these forked coins now. Definitely going to have a few forked coins in there. P-Dye's in there. Wrap Bitcoin will definitely be still in there. What's coming off this list? Thank you, Richard Hart. The liquidity pool isn't quite big enough anymore. Texan token as well. I thought that they would have had a bigger community, more engagement. The liquidity pool for that is probably going to go against it as well at the minute, unfortunately. So yeah, and then obviously a little element of the game is that we've got 7 types of NFTs. There are two of them of the types that don't get any Pulsechain coins. Fuck you, friends. If you mint a maxi or a frenemy, you will get non-Pulsechain coins in your portfolio. And this was just to give outsiders something that they might something that might bring them in as well. So we've got all the all a list of non-Pulsechain coins. I'm actually going to change the screen here, folks, and just have a quick look. Do you see these lists at the minute? 9mm, it will most likely be in there. Pulse Inu, again, liquidity pools kind of too small. UpX, Hedron, no. Maxi, no. Texan, no. Thank you, Richard Hart, no. PTGC, yes. Spark, yes. So there's a few ones hanging in there, but more importantly, there are kind of new ones popping in. We plan to launch the game with 25 coins, 25 Pulsechain coins and 25 non-Pulsechain coins, 50 altogether. And the plan was that we stick with that number, but we take none away, but we can add as we go through the game. So as we play through rounds and as we get into next year, we can continue to add coins. Not in big numbers, but just there will be coins that come out on Pulsechain that the community will want in the game, and that will definitely bring an element of enjoyment and surprise and excitement into the game as well. So these coins will come. We will be able to add new coins in as we go, but I will probably restrict the starting number to 20 instead of 25. And that is because at the minute, there are so few coins at the minute with big, juicy liquidity pools. Ideally need over $1 million of liquidity to add coins into the game, to be able to add coins into the game, to kind of have a level of, where we can fight against the price being manipulated and people taking advantage. Let me just I bring up the Telegram. We're gonna have a quick nosy at the. Sorry, give me a second. Stop. Present. A quick nosy at some of the coins that I'm suggesting here. So look, there's just as I was saying about discussions. There's a little discussion we were having regarding some changes to the game that we're planning on making. There's a few things that we need to consider at the minute. That look at all these beautiful sales last week. Boom, boom. What did we sell last week? Monday 2, Tuesday 13, Wednesday 1, Thursday we sold 17 so far that day. I think it went on to sell. Was it 9 or something on Thursday? Anyway, get app.pulsewars.io. Go and mint your NFTs and get involved, folks. We need sales at the minute to keep momentum going, to keep adding to the prize pools. So yes, I think this was a list of 20 coins that I was kind of looking at the minute. And if you feel that they're good, happy days, come in and tell me that I'm doing a great job picking great coins. If you think there's stuff missing that could be far better in the game, that would bring more value than some of these coins that I've got listed, please come in and have the discussion. So obviously Pulse, Hex, eHex, eHex on Pulse, Pulsex and Ink. Those five will definitely always be in there. The massive liquidity, big holdings, all that shit. HOA, Watt, 9 inch, 9mm, Wrap Bitcoin, Burr, Spark, PTGC, PDI, PGIF. There's a new one. GIF. Will it perform well enough that it's still in the list when we come to launch? Actually, let me just see. Let me see what the price has done, because I say I've been off. I took a weekend off. PGIF, 5 cents, down 10% in 24 hours. The run it went on was fucking wild. Fucking wild. Yeah, sitting nicely there. Holding up nicely. Yeah, it probably will have the juices to stay. It'll have the fucking balls to keep itself in the game. PGIF, here's coins from the solid index that I think are worth having in: Axis, Solid X, and Nope. Now, they might all perform quite similarly in price, but who knows? It's just that they've got big, fat, juicy liquidity pools, plenty of holders. Then Atropa, which I think if PDA's in there, that might cover that. Maybe having Axis, Solid X, and Nope is too much of one community. But like as I say, come in to the Telegram and throw in your suggestions. And then Dick with Butts. I just love Dick with Butts. Probably because I get in nice and early, but I just think they're the Tangang have so many good things going on that if there's 20 coins, I think they deserve to have two in the mix. And I don't think Chitan is really as good as Dick with Butts. I think, I think everybody gets the Dick with Butt meme. So I think that would be kind of fun to have in there. I think long term, I don't know fuck all, by the way. Don't take your investment advice from me. Definitely don't. But I don't know. Dick with Butts just seems that if people start to flood into the chain, sorry, when people start to flood into the chain, that's the kind of meme that people would see and catch on and buy over maybe Chitan or Nanana. But that's just my take on it. And again, please come in and have the discussion. Add your voice to what coins should be in Pulse Wars. Look, there's 47 people watching at the minute. And I'm going to take this opportunity to say there are many people who've been watching my stuff that haven't bought NFTs yet. I have worked damn hard to build something completely unique and exciting and different for the Pulsechain community. You know, even within you mint one of our Pulse Wars NFTs, there's a chance that you'll get one that's got your name on it. You know, there's lots of small details in here that you'll see that are built for the Hex and Pulsechain community. But we need support. This thing, the NFTs don't sell themselves. The game doesn't become a success without adoption from the community. And I know prices are down and people are feeling the pinch. You know, sentiment will change on not only on the chain, but also for me in this game. Sentiments will change whenever we get back the sacrifice price, and people are starting to feel like they have a few extra. You know, throwing away a million pulse at these prices is kind of painful. I know it's only a million pulse, but you know, only 3 months ago it was worth 4 times. You know, you were getting $200 for your million pulse. Now it's down to 50. So I need support. I need people to go to app.pulsewars.io. I need them to mint NFTs. I need them to engage. I need them to share the NFTs. We've got a long way to go, and I'll be here fighting the whole time, working the whole time. And when the green candles come, my job, you know, pushing this will get much easier. But don't hold back. Come in, mint, engage, help me, help the chain. So yeah, what have we got there? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Sol. I fucking hate Sol. Anybody that knows me and talks to me on a daily basis knows I hate Solana with a passion. I don't even know why. Uh, Zen could pump hard, or could it? Ape tight next. Again, these coins, I don't really have any preferences in a lot of these coins. So please let me know if there's ones that you feel might be better. So I just want to check the comments here quickly. Quite a few Pulse tokens fell flat over the last 6 months. Totally surprising. Yeah, there was a few bad ones there that I wasn't expecting, Mo, at all. Um, okay. Now, some important stuff for the game. Initial, there's no denying the fact that we haven't sold as many as I was hoping to by this time. Now, that for me poses a bit of a problem for the game and starting the game. Initially, we just thought, sorry, let me get rid of that screen. Initially, we just thought sell all 16,000 NFTs, and the game starts. We've got the prize pools all laid out. Everything all works nice and smoothly. Now, the reality is we've only sold about 1,000 so far. So we have a long way to go. We need to sell a lot more NFTs. We need to build up the prize pools. Even the mini game, the weekly mini game, 50 million pulse per week. Look at that now. 50 million pulse. Even when we launched the game, or launched the sale of the NFTs. With the price where Pulse was then, even that 50 million Pulse was about 6 grand a week. That was a decent, juicy number as a starting point. We were kind of hoping, okay, that does it double. And all of a sudden you're giving away 10, 12 grand a week. At the minute, we've gone the opposite way. We're giving away 50 million Pulse is worth about 2.5 grand. It's not at the minute, and I get this, it's not at the minute, it's not enticing enough to draw people in, and it's not really exciting enough for people to want to really dig in and play the game on that weekly basis. So I spoke to some of the community members last week and kind of give them a heads up. We will probably hold off on launching the mini game, because there's no point in us eating in, just like our investments at the minute, there's no point in us eating into a prize pool that's going to help to sell NFTs now at these levels. So the markets are down, the sentiment's down. We'll just hold off for a few weeks and give things a bit of a chance. If you watched the stream last week, the mini game's all built. It's all ready. I could launch it tomorrow and we can start playing. But I just feel, for the benefit of everybody in the community in the game, there's absolutely no point in launching that just yet. So we'll probably wait and just bring it in maybe a week before the full game, or maybe just launch it with the full game as an add-on. The other thing as well is we're waiting to get a deadline. The deadline will help us sell more NFTs. Now, really important decision that we're having to make at the minute, and this is the first time I've spoke publicly with the community. But we have been tweaking and trying to find a way that we can start the game. We can put a deadline on. We've got three things that I have to consider. We need a start date. We need to allow people to continue to come into the game after it starts. Not forever, but if we need to get things moving, and when people see things moving, it'll create a little bit more excitement and hopefully draw more people in. So we need to tweak the game that we allow people to come in, after the game starts. But doing that, we also have to be careful that we look after all the people that are here at the start and all the early investors in the project. So we're working on a few things at the minute. That's kind of why I took the weekend off, just to make a few, let everything settle in my brain before we make the kind of last decisions of the few tweaks that we'll have to do with the protocol, with the contracts, before we decide. Once we decide these last few things, it's into the final stages of development, and then everything gets rolled out from there. It's just very important that we make the right choices. It's funny, things that look simple on paper to build into a blockchain game are not simple in reality. Just that just even having to tweak the the game that we can start it and still allow people to come in. There's a lot of code changes, and it kind of affects a lot of different things on further down the line. But we're coming up with some really good ideas. Not even ideas. We've got a great plan in place, I think, now to say just letting the weekend pass, letting all the thoughts sink in, like a bit of life advice for maybe some of the young people out there, because I wouldn't have done this when I was younger. Um, I like to get go, 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 choose, 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 do. I like to make things happen and make things happen quickly. But as I've got a little bit older into my 40s, I do spend a lot more time nowadays sleeping on things, let things sink in. It's easy to rush into things and think you're making the right choices at times, but a lot of the time, what the best thing to do is just, relax, let the dust settle, and once everything, all the dust settles, you can make much, much better decisions. So, a little bit of life advice for any of the young people out there, or maybe even people that are already invested in Pulse Wars, that are wanting to see things happen. When we had a few discussions in the Telegram group the other week, my assumption from discussions with the community is that they do trust me, that they have faith that I'll make good choices for the game, and that they're investing in me as much as the game. And that comes into play when I'm making the choices that I'm doing now. But what we will be able to do is start the game relatively soon. We'll be able to get everybody playing. We'll be able to build in benefits for the people that are in at the start, and we'll be able to still allow people to come. Maybe the idea is that we can allow people to come in for the first few rounds, but if they come in after we've started, they pay a much higher price for the NFTs. They'll get in slightly closer to the end of the game, slightly closer to the prize rounds, but they'll have to pay that at a premium. So and what that will also do is it'll make up for maybe the lack of numbers at the start of the game. That it'll, if you imagine 1 million pulse for an NFT to start, if you get in during round one or during round two, you're paying maybe 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, depending on what. I haven't figured those figures out, but if you imagine how much more that can add in to the prize pools than having to sell, the 16,000 at 1 million. If you sell some at 4 million, you have to sell, 4 times less. And that benefits the game, gets people in, gets the excitement going, and we can really watch the prize pools tick up. So yeah, a lot of things happening in the background. I have personally been a little bit quieter on Twitter, just because there's so many things to decide, so many things to work on, that you just got to take that little bit of time away. So I'll be a little more active in the Telegram again this week, and on Twitter as well. Now, if anybody thinks that they can help me with some social media, I have no team. We've got developers, and web designers, all that kind of stuff. I've outsourced all the work there, but all the Telegram interaction, all the stuff on Twitter, all the YouTube stuff, I'm just doing it all myself. So if anybody thinks that they'd like to come along and help me a little bit, and there could be, if you feel you're worth a bit of money as well, that's also up for discussion. But I need some fresh eyes, and other people that come in that I can keep bouncing my ideas off, and we can keep things moving forward even better. Twitter takes a lot of time and effort to create posts and do all that stuff, and I am just doing it all myself. So if anybody out there wants to come in and give me a little bit of help, feel free. So look, that's it for this week. Stay tuned in the Telegram, because that's where I'll be starting to throw the real updates. Well, I'm actually really excited about what we've decided. It was tough with the slow sales at the start, not being able to start the game. But I think some of the things that we've made, some of the tweaks we've made, will really, really help get the excitement going. So yes, I'm Ali Kane. This has been the Pulse Wars power play. There is no, there's no power play yet, except minting the NFTs. And if you're really fucking smart, minting a few citizens. That's the only power play advice for this week. Maybe next week we should maybe get some a guest on here to have a bit of a chat with me. I actually didn't think I had enough content for half an hour, and I've chatted for 35 minutes. Why 61 people would sit here listening to me talking shit, I have no idea. That's maybe how crap how crap the entertainment is on Pulsechain. Yeah, at least I'm happy. Hey, at least I'm fucking happy. So yes, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Pulse Wars Power Play number 2. I'll see you next Monday for Power Play number 3. And stay, as I say, get into the Telegram, and that's where all the updates for what's happening with the game. And if you're opposed to any, you can have your fucking say in there. So, everybody, have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. Take it easy.